Hi everybody. Welcome back to Jimmy's First Year Mini Rescue. I'm Jimmy, and again, this is not a mini, but this is just like a diagnostic on any car. So it doesn't have to necessarily be a mini or a Mercedes or whatever it is, but I'm gonna explain what's going on, and then I'll, after I read the fortune, everybody knows. Okay, the fortune. Oh, and welcome back if you've been here before. This is going to be the van series in there, but again, any vehicle. And then if you haven't been here, I'm glad you found me. I got a message from someone who really likes the R53s, and their happy place is also like a you pick 'em lot and everything. So I want to say hello and welcome to that specific individual, and glad you found me. Anyway. It's a simple one, and it's funny because it's getting ready to happen. Anyway, it says, it can't rain all the time, which is true. We've been having rains off and on, and we went camping this past weekend down in North Carolina, Franklin, North Carolina, and it rained every day, but it had good parts where it didn't rain. You know, the rains would come and pass by for like, half an hour, whatever it was. And then they would go away and it would be nice and peaceful. So we had a great time, Sharon and I, with the grandkids. I want to say happy belated birthday to my granddaughter. Yesterday was her birthday. And also, for those of you who are going to be seeing this in the United States, happy 4th of July. Be safe. Be safe with your fireworks. That should have been the fortune. Be safe with your fireworks. Every year we hear about, firework incidents and accidents. So don't be that statistic, Anyway, so happy 4th of July. The van, we drove about 1,700 miles, I think it was. Let me look and see, wait, because it'll tell me. Oh, okay, close. Just shy of 1,500 miles. So it was like about 700 and some odd miles each way. So within the last 100 miles, we dropped the grandkids off and we were on our way home. I was running the cruise control at 72 miles an hour, and the van started to buck like it was hunting. And then all of a sudden, the cruise control dropped out, and I had all these lights on the dashboard, the ESP, traction control, ABS, all of these things. Now, when the cruise control went off, of course, I'm using the accelerator, so I just maintained my speed. And so I kind of assumed the computer was confused, and my initial thought was a wheel speed sensor, because the way those work is each wheel is telling the main computer how fast the wheel is turning. And if all four wheels are turning around the same RPM, doesn't have to be exact to the point, but within, an eighth of a mile per hour or whatever, because of tire size difference and whatnot, and turning radius, if the front wheels are turning. Anyway, the computer takes all of that into consideration, but if it's seeing one that's completely off, the computer doesn't know what to do. Is this wheel locked up? Is this wheel spinning out of control? What's going on? Something is not right with one or more of the sensors. So my assumption was we had a wheel speed sensor. I have two diagnostic tools over here. This is my Topdon that I bought. It's none of this is sponsored. These are just the ones that I bought. Me and my neighbor, we bought the same one because we both enjoy it. But also the one that I used to keep in the van is this iCarsoft. Again, not sponsored, but this is Sprinter, and it's Mercedes centric. So it's just mostly Mercedes. This is the one we usually travel with. However, I didn't have it in the van because I didn't want it to overheat, and I don't like to keep electronics in the van or in any vehicle, if it's just gonna sit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put both. I'm gonna use this one. and I'm gonna use that one afterwards, and I'm gonna see what codes come up. And my suspicion is a wheel speed sensor, whether it be front or rear, I don't know. And before I can order parts, I'm gonna find out what's going on inside. Now, the other diagnostic that happened earlier that you didn't see, basically because Sharon pretty much diagnosed that one. And when she left this morning in the Subaru, she said she heard some funky noises when she was going over some bumps on her way out of the neighborhood. She came back, had me drive around the neighborhood just to see what I felt. So I drove the car, and my assumption is on that car is the front struts. I drove the car, had the windows down, the AC was off, the stereo was off, driving around, and every time I hit a bump, I could hear. My thoughts is it's the driver's side front strut that's worse than the passenger side. So I came home, popped the hood. They have some braces in the engine compartment where I can press, and I kind of heard the squeakings on the when I pressed more on the driver's side than the passenger side. So right away, I just came inside. I went inside and I ordered 2 front struts, and the kit that I ordered came with the sway bar end links. Now, I had replaced the sway bar end links in that car. I don't know. I got my notes, but it was like at 240-some thousand miles. I replaced the sway bar end links. However, we had never replaced the front struts. We never replaced the rear struts. We replaced the springs under a warranty. So that was done and they was inspected. However, they didn't require replacement. So the car has 307 or 8,000 miles on it now. So those are the original struts. I thought, no big deal. I'm replacing them. I ordered them. And that'll be another video for the Subaru series of replacing the struts. And but yeah, so that's my diagnosis, or Sharon's diagnosis, and my sort of confirmation. I don't know. And if it works, it works. And if not, it doesn't hurt to replace those struts at 300,000 miles anyway. They should have probably been replaced at about 200 to 250, somewhere in that neighborhood. Anyway, so I'm gonna go inside, hook up my scan tool. Before I do that though, I'm gonna wrap up the cover on my yard mule because I gotta put a strap around it because we're getting a lot of wind, and today we're under thunderstorm warnings, so until 9 p.m. So anyway, let me go do that and y'all come inside. Okay, this is what I see. I can cycle through, well, it's toggling through. You have to visit the workshop, the tire, ABS workshop, another one, ESP. So it has all of that. So let me plug in the tool and see what we got. Okay, it's super hot in here, but I have my iCarsoft. So I'm just gonna say diagnose, okay. Mercedes Sprinter. The only thing to do, remember, whenever you're doing anything in this Mercedes Sprinter, make sure all of the doors are closed. Even to reset the oil, the first step is to close all doors. So that's one thing. So here we go. Let me try my other one. Okay, I have to do this real fast, but left rear wheel speed sensor is what it comes up with, the abnormals. All of them refer to the left wheel. Left wheel, left wheel. So I'll be changing the left wheel. My camera overheated here in this hot van, so I'm gonna close it up in a minute. Just another verification. Wheel speed sensor, rear left. So I'm gonna go order that part. Okay, before I get out of here, I got a quick serious note. Big part of my life, I guess. July 3rd, Sharon and I will be in Arlington Cemetery for an internment. A friend of ours, he was a Navy pilot, Naval Academy grad. I'm gonna use his real name here. It's Ejnar Christensen, E-J-N-A-R, Christensen. This book is a book I wrote about a sailing trip I took to the Caribbean, 5 months on a 47-foot sailboat. It was his boat, and he was the person, the captain. I changed the name in the book. However, he has since passed away since this adventure, and he's being interred in Arlington. So July 3rd, that's where I will be supporting his family. Yeah, and he was a big part of my life too. So yeah, I just wanted to say that, and rest in peace, and fair winds, Captain Ejnar. Anyway, so that was an easy diagnosis. As you saw, you know, I just knew what it was. I just didn't know which one while I was driving. I knew it had to be only a wheel speed sensor. So I now know it's the left rear. I will order one, and whenever that comes in, I'll install it, and you guys will get to see that. It'll be, you know, in the van playlist. So, all right, that was it. So there's two diagnoses, two. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. The Subaru, we're gonna get new struts, front struts, and I'll check the sway bar end links, and if they need to be replaced, great, they come in the kit. If not, I'll just keep them and see if maybe my daughter might need them, who knows. Anyway, all right, that's it for now. I'm gonna close this one out. It's hot, so my camera, you know, it's almost 100 degrees. I know, I got on a long sleeve shirt, but I thought I was gonna be crawling up under the vehicles. So I'm going in the house to cool off. I got some bee work to do, and I'll, you know, the bees, but let me show you those real quick. I guess you can see all of the bees on the front of the hive, and they're flying over my head, you can see. Now, I'm a beekeeper, and I'm fine with this. I mean, I'm not wearing any gear. Oh, I'm off balance. But yeah, so what they're doing now is, I see an opening. They're bearding outside and protecting the hive. So, okay, you guys can see all the bees in the front of the hive here. They're just hanging out. It's hot outside, like I said, 100 degrees almost. So they're keeping the hive cool inside. Now, when I say cool, they like it at around 92 to 95 degrees. But anyway, if you want to come check out the bees, come to Neighborhood Bees, Jimmy's Neighborhood Bees. I'll put a link in the description. All right, I'm gonna get out of here, and yeah, fascinating creatures. I'll see y'all later. And have fun with your bees, if you have them, and have fun with your minis. Bye, y'all.